Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to our channel Mysterious Untold Books. Chicken Soup for the Soul by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hanse gives us hope in this chaotic society where there is a lot of pressure. This leads to loss of inspiration and subsequent killing of our dreams. The book, through its wonderful stories, takes us back onto the path of hope and light. Read now to gain the hope and excel in life. The society today faces numerous issues, and we, being a part of it, gets infected with the same and tend to lose hope and get waver from our targeted path into the dark and gloomy affairs. To find solace, inspiration, and a renewed sense of hope, we need to do something. There are stories that remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is light, and within each one of us lies the capacity to overcome, to heal, and to thrive. So, to give the hope, we are going to read the summary of such a book that will inspire each one of us and take us back onto the path of hope. Today, we will be discussing the book Chicken Soup for the Soul by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hanse. To make it more engaging and fun, we have decided to present the essence of this book in a summary. Introduction. The authors share a beautiful story about their friend who was walking along a deserted Mexican beach during sunset. In the distance, he noticed another man bending down and throwing something into the water. As he approached, he saw that the man was picking up starfish that had washed ashore and throwing them back into the ocean. Curious, the writer's friend greeted the man and asked him what he was doing. The man explained that the starfish had been stranded on the beach after a strong tidal wave, and if they remained there, they would die due to the lack of oxygen. The writer's friend questioned the man, saying that there were thousands of starfish on the beach and it would be impossible to save them all. He wondered if the man's efforts would make any significant difference. With a smile, the native man picked up another starfish, threw it into the sea, and replied, "This one will make a little difference, and my heart will be glad knowing I did what I could to help them." This story reminds us that even though we may not be able to bring about massive change with a single effort, we can make a difference by taking small actions, just like the native man saving one starfish at a time. So, let's remember the power of our own actions, no matter how small they may seem. Together, we can create a positive impact on the world around us. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this story inspires you to make a difference in your own unique way. In this book, we will delve into a collection of inspirational and motivational stories. Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hanse, two renowned speakers, have compiled the best stories that have touched the hearts of people all around America. Their book offers wisdom, knowledge, hope, and empowerment to help us overcome life's challenges and setbacks. This widely acclaimed book has become a bestseller, even 2 decades after its initial publication, because of its ability to transform lives globally. The stories within it highlight the miracles found in everyday inspiration, illuminating our souls. Whether you are reading this book for the first time or have been enjoying it for years, it will undoubtedly help you become a better person, unlock your highest potential, overcome obstacles, and inspire you to make a positive impact on the world around you. To help you better grasp the essence of the book, we will discuss it through 13 captivating stories. So, without further ado, let's begin. Story 1. Love, the One Creative Force. Mother Teresa once said, "Spread love wherever you go, but first in your own home." This story emphasizes the importance of loving your family, children, spouse, and neighbors. Never let anyone who comes into your life leave without feeling better and happier. Love is a powerful force that exists in the world, and we should strive to embrace and share it. There was a college professor who taught sociology to boys living into 100 different settlements. Initially, he asked each student to assess their future, and most of them expressed a lack of opportunities. However, after 25 years, another sociology professor conducted research on these students. Out of the 180 students who remained, 20 had passed away or left, and astonishing 176 had achieved success in various fields such as medicine, engineering, law, and more. This outcome surprised other professors, who were eager to understand the magic behind this achievement. They approached the professor who had taught these students, and her response was simple: "I love those boys." This story illustrates the power of love. When you approach your work and interactions with love, you can achieve success. Maintaining a sense of love for yourself and others is crucial. Story 2. The Hugging Judge. Lee Shepero, a retired judge, discovered the incredible power of love. He began hugging everyone he met and even had a bumper sticker on his car that read, "Don't bother me, hug me." Lee would give people a red heart sticker in exchange for a hug. His fame grew, and people challenged him to hug them on the streets of San Francisco. Lee embraced everyone, from the rich to the poor, even hugging a bus driver known for being dangerous. He eventually embraced seriously ill patients, despite initial apprehension. The magic happened when he hugged a patient who had never laughed before, and after many years, people witnessed this person laughing, bringing joy to all. The impossible became possible. This story teaches us that bringing about change is easy when fueled by love. The meaning of these stories is clear. You have the power to change lives, including your own, through love, kindness, and a genuine spirit. It is a simple task. Keep moving forward with love, connect with people, and find fulfillment by sharing your pain when necessary. Remember, love has the ability to create profound transformations. Let's embrace the power of love and make a positive impact on the world around us. Story 3. Who you are makes a difference. In New York, a teacher decided to honor her fellow teachers by acknowledging the difference they made in the lives of their students. She also extended this practice to her own class. Each child was called forward, and the teacher awarded them a medal with a blue ribbon that read, "I am making a difference." To continue this project, the teacher gave 3 additional ribbons to each child and encouraged them to pass them on to others they believed deserved recognition. The children eagerly shared the ribbons, honoring individuals they deemed worthy. One child gave the ribbon to an employee, acknowledging their hard work. The employee, touched by the gesture, passed the ribbon to their boss, expressing appreciation for their dedication. The boss, uncertain of who to honor, visited their home and presented the ribbon to their son. In a heartfelt moment, the boss confessed that they had been preoccupied and sometimes shouted at their son due to work pressures. However, they wanted their son to know that he was a perfect son and deeply loved, second only to the child's mother. The son, overwhelmed with emotions, revealed that he had contemplated suicide because he believed his father didn't love him. But now, knowing the truth, he no longer needed the ribbon because he felt loved. Through a simple act, a life was saved. This story emphasizes that each of us has the power to make a difference. How we treat others can profoundly impact their lives. To embrace your true self, acknowledge your strengths, and move forward with confidence. Celebrate your own achievements and spread positivity in all aspects of your life. Remember, you hold the power to change lives through kindness and recognition. Let us strive to uplift and inspire one another, making a difference in the world one small act at a time. Story 4. A Brother Like That. During Christmas, a boy named Paul received a car as a gift from his brother. Excited about his new possession, Paul went for a walk with the car. As he entered the parking lot, he encountered a boy named Jack. Curious, Jack asked if the car belonged to Paul. Paul proudly confirmed that it was indeed his car, given to him by his brother. Jack's face lit up with joy, exclaiming how wonderful it must be to receive such a gift without spending any money. At that moment, Paul had an idea. He asked Jack if he wanted to ride in his car. Jack eagerly accepted, and they set off for a ride together. During the ride, they arrived near Jack's house, and he asked Paul to stop. Jack hurried inside and brought his disabled brother outside. With excitement, Jack told his brother to look at the car and said that one day he would give him the same experience, where he could enjoy the Christmas lights from the car window. Moved by this gesture, Paul's eyes welled up with tears. He invited both brothers to join him in the car, and they embarked on a memorable ride together. This story reminds us that what we possess in life is not as important as what we are willing to give to others. The true joy lies in sharing happiness with others. By learning to give first, we open ourselves up to receiving happiness and making our own lives more fulfilling. As Jesus once said, giving is truly a rewarding act. So, let us strive to give and share joy with others, for in doing so, we can create a happier and more meaningful life for ourselves and those around us. Story 5. A simple gesture. In life, each one of us has the power to make a significant impact. Service doesn't always require grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness can make a difference. All it takes is a compassionate heart and a willingness to help others. One day, as Mark was walking home from school, he witnessed a boy named Bill slip and drop all his belongings. Seeing this, Mark immediately rushed to help Bill gather his scattered things. They struck up a conversation, and Mark learned that Bill had recently gone through a breakup and was feeling down. Bill shared his love for history, video games, and baseball. As they arrived at Bill's house, he invited Mark in for a refreshing Coke and to watch some television. From that day forward, Mark and Bill became good friends. They shared lunches together and continued their journey through junior high school. One day, Bill mustered the courage to talk to Mark about something important. He revealed that he had been going through a difficult time and had contemplated suicide, even having his mother's sleeping pills ready. However, after meeting Mark and experiencing his kindness, Bill realized the impact his departure would have on his loved ones. Talking to Mark brought him a sense of relief, and he expressed deep gratitude for saving his life. This story reminds us that our acts of service can have profound effects on others, even when we least expect them. Never underestimate the power of your small efforts to make a positive difference in someone's life. Embrace opportunities to help and support those around you, for you never know how your simple gesture of kindness can touch someone's heart and bring them hope. So, let us always be ready to serve others with love and compassion, as our service can truly transform lives and bring light into the world. Story 6. The Smile. A smile holds incredible power. It has the ability to foster love and create connections. Saint-Exupéry, a fighter pilot who fought against the Nazis and lost his life in battle, shared a story titled The Smile. Although it remains unclear whether the story was autobiographical or fictional, its message resonates deeply. In the story, Saint-Exupéry recounts being captured by the enemy and confined to a jail cell. Expecting to face execution the next day due to his confrontational attitude and disrespectful behavior towards his captors, he found himself anxious and apprehensive. As he searched his pockets, he discovered a cigarette but realized he had no match to light it. At that moment, he smiled and asked the jailer if he had any games. The jailer approached him, offering a light for his cigarette, and a smile exchanged between them. This simple act sparked a conversation, and they began sharing pictures of their respective families. Saint-Exupéry expressed his fear of not being able to see his loved ones again, and their hearts were filled with empathy, with tears streaming down their faces. Moved by their shared humanity, the jailer made a compassionate decision. He opened the cell, led Saint-Exupéry through a hidden path, and showed him the city without uttering a word. Silently, they returned to the city. This story illustrates the incredible power of a smile. In a moment of vulnerability and connection, a mere smile saved Saint-Exupéry's life. It reminds us that in every situation, we should strive to maintain a joyful countenance. By embracing laughter and wearing a smile, we can face life challenges with resilience. So, let us learn the art of smiling, for it can illuminate our path and propel us forward no matter what obstacles we may encounter. Story 7. The Gentlest Need. Many of us have heard the superstition that a black cat crossing our path brings bad luck. It's common for people to stop and avoid crossing the path when they encounter a black cat. However, when you have a pet cat, you take great care of it. You gently stroke its fur to calm any anger or frustration it may have. You may even let it sit on your lap, even if it's growling or upset. Because you care for the cat, you try your best to soothe its emotions and make it feel better. Children are similar. They can become upset or angry over small things and may direct their anger towards you. At times, it may be challenging to understand them, but what they truly need is your love and support. When your child is sad or angry in front of you, instead of leaving them alone or responding with anger, approach them with kindness and speak to them with love. Show them that you are there for them and ready to help them overcome their challenges. Remember, love and support are the most delicate needs of children. So, do your best to understand your child with love and provide the care they need. In summary, just like a black cat needs gentle care and attention, children require love and support to thrive. By nurturing them with love, we can help them navigate their emotions and grow into happy and well-adjusted individuals. Story 8. Puppies for Sale. There was a store owner who hung a poster that read, "Puppies for Sale," above his door. The purpose was to attract children who would be interested in getting a puppy. One day, a child approached the store owner and asked how much the puppies cost. The owner replied that the puppies were priced between $30 and $50. The little boy took out $2.37 from his pocket and asked if he could see one of the puppies. The store owner smiled and called out the puppies for the child to see. Among them was a puppy that was limping. Curious, the child asked what was wrong with that particular puppy. The store owner explained that the puppy didn't have a proper hip socket, which would make it permanently lame. Despite this, the child expressed his desire to buy that puppy. The store owner, surprised, told the child that he could have the puppy for free. However, the child insisted on paying the full price, stating that the puppy's worth was equal to that of the other puppies. The child offered $2.37 upfront and promised to pay an additional 50 cents each month. The store owner questioned the child's decision, pointing out that the puppy would never be able to run as fast as the other puppies. In response, the child rolled up his pants and revealed his own artificial leg. Fearlessly, the child said that it didn't matter if he couldn't run fast because there would always be someone who could understand him. The deeper meaning of this story is that your disabilities or shortcomings do not define your worth or make you weak. Regardless of any limitations you may have, your abilities and qualities are priceless. Embrace your shortcomings, turn them into strengths, and believe in your own value. Remember, there will always be someone who can appreciate and understand you for who you truly are. Story 9. Start with yourself. In the crypts of Westminster Abbey, there was a tomb of an Anglican bishop with these words inscribed on it. "When I was young and full of imagination, I dreamed of changing the world. But as I grew older and wiser, I realized that changing the world was not within my control. So, I shifted my focus to changing my country. However, even that seemed like a daunting task. As I continued to age, I thought about changing my family instead. I tried to influence my close friends and relatives, but I couldn't bring about a change I desired. It was only in my final moments that I realized that if I had changed myself first, I might have been able to change my family. And if my family had changed, perhaps we could have made a difference in our country. And if our country changed, then maybe I could have truly dreamed of changing the entire world." In simple terms, this story teaches us the importance of starting with ourselves. It highlights the fact that we cannot force others to change according to our wishes. Instead, We should focus on becoming the change we want to see in the world and in others. By embodying the qualities and values we believe in, we can inspire those around us to change. So, if you aspire to change the world, begin by transforming yourself. Story 10. The Bag Lady. There was a woman who used to sleep in deplorable conditions near the city's post office. Her clothes had a foul smell, and her teeth and body were poorly cared for, giving her a dirty appearance. The odor of decay emanated from her mouth. When the post office closed down, she started sleeping on the sidewalk and often mumbled to herself. Even in the summertime, she would wear warm woolen clothes. She had become so mentally unstable that she couldn't even understand how to enter a door. Bobby Protein, the storyteller, decided to seek her out. He approached her and said, "I have brought some food for you. Would you like to eat it?" The old lady, with her shaky teeth, replied, "Thank you very much, but I am already full." Surprised, Bobby asked why she didn't take the food for herself. The old lady responded, "Why don't you give it to someone who needs it?" This incident revealed that the woman may have been poor in terms of money, but she was rich in her compassionate behavior. The story teaches us an important lesson. We should never judge someone solely based on their financial status. Instead, we should focus on how they treat others. Our actions and behavior toward others define who we are. Therefore, it is crucial to consider the behavior we display in front of others. In simpler terms, the story encourages us to look beyond wealth and material possessions and place importance on kindness and empathy towards others. Story 11. The Rules for Being Human. To live a fulfilling human life, it is important to remember these 10 rules. Respect and take care of your body because it is the only one you will have throughout your lifetime. Regardless of whether you like it or not, every experience in life offers a valuable lesson. Approach each situation as an opportunity to learn and grow. Failure is a natural part of progress. Embrace your defeats and use them as stepping stones for personal growth. Learn from your mistakes to avoid repeating them. Continuously strive to improve and make better choices. Even in difficult circumstances, there is always an opportunity to find something positive to feel good about. Life is a journey of learning, and the process of acquiring knowledge and wisdom never ceases. Love and hate are reciprocal emotions. You can only truly love or hate someone if they reciprocate those feelings toward you. You possess the necessary resources to achieve your goals and dreams. Identify and utilize them wisely as you move forward. The answers to life's questions reside within yourself. Trust in your abilities and intuition to find those answers. Time has a way of fading memories, and whatever challenges or events occur in your life, they will eventually fade away with time. In essence, these rules remind us to value our bodies, embrace lifelong learning, learn from our mistakes, seek positivity in every situation, and trust in our own capabilities. Story 12. On Parenting. Your children are not extensions of yourself. Although they come into the world through you, they are unique individuals with their own thoughts and ideas. While you can provide for their physical needs, you cannot control their souls. You may try to shape them in your image, but it is important to let them be their own selves. Life moves forward, and time never stands still. Instead of molding them to be like you, focus on helping them become the best version of themselves. The essence of this story is that as times change, parents need to adapt and understand their children's perspectives. Encourage them to pursue their own dreams and support them in their chosen paths. This is the best way to nurture and raise your children. Story 13. Follow Your Dream. Jack had a friend named Monty Roberts who owned a horse farm in San Isidro. Monty's father was an influential horse trainer, and Monty aspired to become a horse farm owner himself. When Monty had to write about his dream in school, he wrote a detailed 7-page paper about his aspirations. However, his teacher didn't believe it was possible for a modest boy like Monty to achieve such a dream. The teacher suggested that Monty should have written a more attainable goal to pass the assignment. Disheartened, Monty went home and reconsidered his dream. After much thought, he decided to pursue his dream regardless. When the results came, Monty's paper received a failing grade, and the teacher asked to meet him. The teacher admitted that he had been wrong and apologized for crushing the dreams of many children. The story teaches us the importance of not letting others' opinions dictate our dreams. Regardless of what others say, it is crucial to believe in ourselves and work diligently towards our aspirations. With dedication and perseverance, our dreams can become a reality. Conclusion. Now, let's recap the lessons we've learned. Keep a loving spirit to progress in life. Share your pain with yourself and others. Celebrate your achievements and maintain a positive mindset. Learn to give before receiving and find happiness in it. Embrace serving others and make it a priority in your life. Face life's challenges with a smile. Understand your child with love and support. Accept your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. Start changing yourself to make a difference in your life and the world. Focus on becoming rich in heart, not just in wealth. Remember the 10 rules of being a true human being. Support your children by understanding their ideas and encouraging their pursuits. Pursue your dreams with determination. Through this book, we have explored inspiring and motivating stories that can guide us in our own lives. Which story resonated with you the most? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for listening. Audiobook by Mysterious Untold Books.